This morning on DC News Now, Virginia's governor declaring a state of emergency ahead of Hurricane Helene, how you should prepare for the storm. Cloudy today with a chance of showers, but expect some heavier rain to return this weekend. Plus, brand new polling on voters in Virginia. We have an exclusive look into the state's biggest races. And planning for the end. DC leaders discussing what to do when the circulator changes next week. Then finding a new home, this river otter ready to make the move from Maryland to Virginia.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, good morning, and thanks for starting your Thursday with us here on DC News Now. It is 8 or 7. No, I wish it was 8 o'clock. It is 7 o'clock.
Wishful thinking.
I wish. It's 7 o'clock on a Thursday. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Good morning, Joe, Corey, Jane. So we'll check in with Shanika, but let's start things off with Jackie for that forecast this morning. And yeah, definitely very wet on this Thursday.
Yes, we are seeing some heavier downpours pushing through, but they are slowly starting to exit at this point. So this is a view of the radar over the last 3 hours. Certainly had more of the wet weather earlier this morning. Some of the heaviest of those downpours, though, now situated over towards easternmost parts of Montgomery County and into northern Prince George's County. That's where we're seeing the heaviest of the rainfall now. Still have some of those flood warnings back over towards the Culpeper area, as well as Madison, Page, and Rappahannock counties, considering we did see that's where the heaviest of the rainfall was over the course of the last 3 hours or so, where they did see 3 to 4 inches of rainfall. But again, zoomed in, we do still have that pocket of some heavier rainfall for parts of DC, but that will likely trend over towards Silver Spring over the next, say, 30 minutes or less. Futurecast shows us by noon that we should see drier conditions, and any rain shower chance that'll be much lighter than earlier this morning. We will still have the cloud cover today, but temperatures will climb to right around 80 degrees. But more rain is on the way associated with what would be the remnants of Helene as we get towards tomorrow. The latest details, the timing, and how much rain you can see coming up. Shanika, what are you seeing on the roadways right now?
All right, still seeing traffic out there. Nothing has changed at all. The roadways are still slippery out there. It looks very dangerous, very packed. This is 270 heading southbound. So we still have this crash right past 28 in West Montgomery Avenue. So that is right in Rockville. Let's look at your maps so we can see the delays. And it looks like it's just getting worse as far as congestion. Of course, many people are traveling right now at the 7 o'clock hour. But through Frederick, Hyattstown, Germantown, Gaithersburg, and into Rockville. The 270 Spur, you're going to see delays there. The Capitol Beltway topside outer loop. Just watch for high standing waters there. Out in Prince George's County, Virginia Manor Road and Ritz Way, there's a crash there.
Take a look at this video. This is from earlier this week from Mexico as Hurricane Helene moves closer and closer to the U.S. Communities along Florida's west and northwestern coast have issued evacuation orders, and Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin declaring a state of emergency and anticipation for Hurricane Helene's arrival.
Yeah, let's get right to DC News Now. Jean-Marie Sissay, she is live in Old Town, Virginia this morning. And Jean-Marie, the governor, he wants to give people enough time to prepare if the impacts of Hurricane Helene makes its way to the DMV, particularly the state there. What are you seeing, at least at this hour? We saw some rain the last hour. What are you seeing right now?
Yeah, well, the rain has definitely calmed down, but that's just at this time. Earlier this morning, it rained for about 30 minutes. While we were on the air, it was raining, and immediately towards the end of my story, the rain calmed down. So it's been back and forth on and off throughout the morning. But as of right now, it's looking pretty clear, just slight drizzle at this time. But with all the heavy rain that we've seen over the past few days, along with the remnants of Hurricane Helene, we are not sure what to expect. And that's why Governor Glenn Youngkin's put a state of emergency all across Virginia. Now, Hurricane Helene is expected to hit the Virginia side from Friday going into Saturday, and a lot of the western part of the state can expect that heavy rainfall, that flooding, and heavy winds as well. Now, the state of emergency allows Virginia to just mobilize all their resources and equipment needed for preparedness, response, and recovery efforts. So what can you do at home? Well, first and foremost, you want to make sure that you have a plan. Communicate with your family members, your friends on what place you will be going to. Make sure you have a safe place. Contact each other when needed, and also prepare for any scenario that may come your way. Also, you want to make sure that you have an emergency kit as well. You want to make sure you have all the supplies that you need when it comes to food, medical needs, flashlight, batteries, emergency funds, and more. And then also, you want to make sure that you're staying informed as much as possible. You can follow the Virginia Department of Emergency Management on their social media, or you can stick with us on DC News Now to keep you updated about what to expect as this hurricane makes its way to this side. Now, as Hurricane Elaine hits Florida, the crews here in Virginia, the Virginia Task Force 1 was actually sent out with an 80-person crew, about 4 dogs, heading to Florida just the other day to assist with any emergency efforts down south. Take a listen to what they had to say.
Know what this storm's going to do.
There's a lot of anxiety, a lot of excitement. We're highly skilled, highly trained individuals. This is like our Super Bowl for us. We train very hard for these moments.
Now, that crew left not too long ago, about 2 days ago. So just in case, if you want to stay prepared, know what to do, you can definitely stick with DC News Now on air and online, and we'll give you the latest updates on the hurricane as it makes its way throughout Virginia. For now, reporting live in Alexandria, I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
All right, hopefully that rain tapers off for quite some time there, Yamarie. Thank you. Meantime, Virginia-based organization Mercy Chefs is on standby in Florida. Volunteers preparing to serve hot meals to people impacted by Helene. Now, right now, they are waiting outside of the expected path of the storm, and that is in Panama City. In Maryland, a judge denies a motion that would allow D.C. sniper Lee Boyd Malvo to vacate his murder convictions from the D.C. sniper attacks.
That is right. He is one of 2 killers, along with John Allen Muhammad, who was executed in 2009. Now, together, they shot 16 people and killed 10. Malvo pleaded guilty to 6 murders and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Now, his attorneys called for his resentencing, citing a 2022 Maryland Supreme Court case that ruled Malvo received an illegal sentence under the 8th Amendment.
We need to explore next steps for him to make sure he has an opportunity to show the person that he really is.
Now, a circuit judge also issued a bench warrant that will serve as a detainer should Malvo be released in the future.
And University of Maryland police, they are searching for a man who is accused of inappropriately touching a student. Police say this happened earlier this month near Princeton Avenue and College Avenue. Officers say the student was walking near an intersection when the suspect approached and touched her before running away. Some students tell us the incident that took place September 6 has them concerned about their safety.
Sometimes we hear about, people getting flashed, people getting inappropriately touched or approached. And so definitely I always try to stay vigilant and try to walk in pairs.
There honestly should be more policemen around this area, just watching out, being aware and alert.
Yeah, awareness is key. UMPD says the suspect ran down College Avenue onto a hiker and biker trail. DC News Now is your local election headquarters. A new poll from Emerson College and our news partners, The Hill, shows Vice President Kamala Harris with the edge right now in Virginia.
Yeah, the poll shows Harris leading former President Trump by 8 points. DC News Now's Tosin Fakile is in the studio breaking down the numbers. So, Tosin, the boost in support for the vice president is seen in different categories.
Yeah, Tanaya, that's correct. But support for former President Trump hasn't changed significantly since VP Kamala Harris became the nominee. But undecided voters are now moving towards Harris, and that is according to Emerson College polling officials. Take a look at it for yourself. That new poll shows Harris with 52% of the vote, most of the support, and Trump with 44%. There's 4% that's undecided. Now, this is the first Virginia poll from Emerson and The Hill since Harris became nominee. In this new poll, there have been some shifts with independents. In July, independents were leaning towards Trump. Now Harris has a commanding 14% lead with Virginia independents over Trump. But Virginia voters' support varies when it comes to the issue. So let's break it down. The economy, top issue for Virginians, and that new poll shows voters say Trump is better with the economy, 68% to 30%. Now, voters who say affordable housing is a top issue, they break for Harris, 76% to 15%. I know we're giving you a lot of numbers, but let's give you some more. One of the most significant numbers is in this poll is with women voters. The July poll showed Biden had a 6% more women voter support over Trump. That gap now wider. Take a look at it. Kamala Harris, 58% of women support over Trump, which is at 38%. And we know the presidential election is a major thing that Virginians are looking at, but they're also paying attention to the Senate race in Virginia. Let's show you those numbers. The new Emerson The Hill poll shows right now incumbent Senator Tim Kaine leading Republican candidate Hung Cao by 10%. You can see it right there. And Kaine has kept that 10% lead since the last poll. Corey?
All right, and 40 days to the election. Tosin, thank you. The U.S. News and World Report releasing its latest rankings for historically black colleges and universities.
Yeah, a few local schools placing very well in the 2025 rankings. Howard University placing number 2 overall. The list ranked Howard as the number 1 HBCU undergrad programs in business, computer science, economics, engineering, and psychology. Bowie State University also ranking high on the list, coming in at number 11. U.S. News and World Report highlighted the university's success in graduating students from households earning less than $50,000 a year. And 4 universities in the DMV earning a top spot in the U.S. News' list of the top 50 best national universities for 2025. That includes Johns Hopkins University, ranked at number 6, Georgetown and University of Virginia tied at 24, and the University of Maryland College Park ranking at number 44.
All right, time right now is 7:10 on this Thursday morning. The Washington Capitals in the win column for the first time this year.
That they are. How they're preparing for a new season on the ice. And Florida bracing for Hurricane Helene. How the state is preparing for the storm to make landfall.
And let's take a live look outside this morning with meteorologist Jackie Lair.
Yeah, we're still tracking some of those rain bands continue to push through our area right now, with some of the heaviest rain back over towards Montgomery and northern Prince George's County. That'll eventually slide out. We should see some dry times through the day today, and then we're tracking more wet weather as we get towards tomorrow, and that could be associated with what would be the remnants and some of the outer rain bands of Helene. Now, the latest details, the timing, how much rain you could see right after the break.